Hi everyone, Jessie here with the astrology update for you for this full moon coming up in Sagittarius. It's going to be on Tuesday at 6:51 a.m. Central Time, June 14th. This particular forecast is from Moorhead, Minnesota. Most everything is pretty close except a few things. So what do we have going on here? I am in a very hot year today. It's very hot, and so I might just be a little more spicy today. That's how it goes. All right. Sun is at 23:25 Gemini, and the moon is right across. I wrote 23:35. It's 25. So here we have our placements, and the Sabian symbol for this degree, 24 Gemini, reads children skating on ice, new terrain. This has to do with falling as you're learning a new skill, refining skills, playing, and also being careful. The moon at 23:25 across the chart in Sag is at a degree that reads a bluebird standing at the doorway of a house. And this has to do with opportunity calling. And both of these degrees have to do with something new happening and greeting something new and being a little tentative and careful as you start to integrate those energies and the messages. So the moon degree has to do with the old ways that we did things are not going to work anymore. So we have to begin something new, and we might not exactly know the way yet, but we are definitely starting something new because the moon is here at these last degrees of Sagittarius. This is the heart of the galaxy here. And the sun is at the edges of the galaxy. So this is a really powerful portal for something new as we get in alignment with the galaxy, especially as we're nearing the solstice. So Sagittarius is about truth telling. And I was just reflecting on that as I don't watch the news, but I saw a little tiny bit today of what was happening. And I was reminded why it's very good not to watch the news. But with all of the reviews and things happening about what really happened, Sagittarius wants to get to the heart of the matter. What is the truth? And Sagittarius wants to hit the mark. So it's that archer, and it aims to hit the stars. So I would encourage everyone to continue to go deeper into the truth. Don't just take what's told to you on the media as true. The ultimate truth is probably a little more spiritual, and takes the process of getting into your heart and maybe tearing down these old patterns and old habits that are no longer of service to us. So lots of potent energies coming in, especially with all the fire of the sun right now and of Sagittarius for this full moon event. There's also, let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. So sun and moon are making a T-square here to Neptune. So as we're searching for the truth, Neptune is playing the illusion after illusion of what the hell is going on. And so that's creating this square here in something new starting and this drive to search for the truth. There's another intense situation here. Now, every moon cycle for the past few times, we've had a feminine Venus with Chiron, the wound. We had Sita last time with Chiron, the wound. This time we have Mr. Mars here with Chiron. And Mars has not been super kind since he went into Aries. I think the day that Mars and Jupiter went into Aries, that's when the shootings started to happen. So Mars has that charge of going, and Mars rules Aries. So Mars brings a lot of fire and punch. And Mars at Chiron a lower aspect of that could be abuse, right? Like I'm wounded here and that punch is just coming in, or the needle is just right there on the wound, the primal wound. A higher aspect of Mars is going to be the fires of purification, the fires that burn away illusion, and the fires that can help us get clear and have that wake-up call from our illusions, and to clearly see our wounds so that we're not abusing somebody else or externalizing our wounds on others, and that we're not being the victim to others' abuse. So we're getting out of the perpetrator-victim duality and really owning our own I am essence, because Aries is about I am, and that we can be in our I am essence without being so forceful or hurtful to others, or just taking abuse either. So let's reach for the stars on this higher octave here and use this very potent, powerful time with a lot of sun energy coming in, this portal for new beginnings, that these fires might burn away our own illusions. And the gift of Chiron, the gift of the wound, is that it can bring the medicine. When we make the wound conscious, it becomes our path and what heals us and what heals the world. So that is my hope and intention for this moment, is that the fires of enlightenment, of purification, would help humanity's wound. This is also making a T-square. So this square is with Ceres, the mother goddess over in Cancer. So that tender, nurturing mother, again, squaring the warrior, masculine Mars, and squaring the most fortunate path of this event chart, particularly for Moorhead. So let's take a look at this. This is 10 degrees Capricorn. And this Sabian symbol is about, it's kind of an interesting one. I can't even read my handwriting. Okay, here it is. It's an albatross feeding from the hand. And this is about giving and receiving. And like feeding the animals. An albatross is such an interesting animal. I might not even be pronouncing that word right. So again, you can see the tension, because to give and to receive is to have some back and forth. Mars, it tends to just not have any back and forth. It's just a go. So that's the T-square here. Some more easier aspects of this full moon are that the moon is making a beautiful trine to Sita and Eris. I thought this was very interesting. I've been kind of following some of these newer asteroids that I've found, Shiva and Sita. And Eris is the goddess of chaos. And Sita is an embodiment of the divine feminine. And, you know, there's some play here of the divine mother just kind of throwing out some chaos for our highest good, and helping break up some stuff that's old so that we can do this new beginning. And I had a really interesting dream just a few nights ago, actually. When I saw this conjunction, it reminded me of this dream that I had where I was at some party. I think Leonardo DiCaprio was there. And there was a man that had he had his third eye decorated, but it was decorated with an anarchy symbol. And I was just wondering what was going on with this guy. So I'm thinking of Eris as that, bringing some of that anarchy energy to help us see clearer, to break up our false beliefs. So as things feel a little on thin ice, or I'm not sure what this new beginning is about, just know that the chaos is just breaking up stuff so that we can get more clearly into the truth. Another trine is with Black Moon Lilith, who is that yoni void in the sky. And she's making a trine here with Vesta, sacred fires. So flowing again, very deep, feminine, void, sacred fire energy. So that's just what we need, right? More of that, the motherly purification. That happens more on the inner world. And when we're not in touch with our inner world, we're projecting things outside and making it more confusing. So the mother, the inner land, the inner emotions, the more awareness we have about what's going on, the more we help kind of clear up some of the confusion around us. So that'll be a really helpful conjunction. Some supports happening. Juno, Hera, goddess of sacred marriage and the balance of Hyros Gamos, pretty much at the midheaven here. So again, at the very top of the sky for this event, is making a sextile here. And I'm going to put all of this together. This is Uranus, Venus, and Athena at the North Node. That's a lot of powerful energy, electrical, ancient, grandfatherly energy. Venus, the goddess of beauty and love, she's in her element in Taurus, really bringing out her most beautiful aspects here. And then Athena, that warrior goddess, who is a fighter, and she's able to shield and protect and kind of meet the patriarchy head on at the destiny with the support of Juno. A lot of really powerful, this is all happening in the earth sign of Taurus. And this is the area of the sky where the Pleiades are in the constellation of Taurus. So we're getting to ancient energies of the sacred mothers. And the Pleiades, a lot of myths and lore about that. A lot of people believe that they come from, the native people believe that they come from the Pleiades, and that it was their DNA that was used to create humans. So with Uranus here, that could be a lot of like Pleiadian downloads that are starting to come online for us and integrating the divine feminine. Another sextile here with Sita and Shiva. So Sita and Eris, and then Shiva has been hanging out with Saturn for a while. Saturn often represents the father figure, and Saturn is slow and meticulous and concerned with structures. Saturn just went retrograde, so we're feeling some of that pressure to like build the structures, ease a bit, which is lovely for summer to just slow down and rest. But Shiva, the divine father here, is dancing and maybe calling us to task to recognize the sacred in the father. There's been a lot of talk among a lot of people in different communities that I follow and I'm a part of how there's been a lot of rage towards the patriarchy. And yet we have a lot of love for our fathers and the men in our lives. And we're not trying to emasculate the father, but come into a right relationship with both masculine and feminine. So Shiva here is doing his strong sacred dance as the Lord of the dance and the Lord of the universe here, supporting with Sita and Eris, breaking up some old structures and bringing more of the balance with the sacred creation. So that's really interesting, I think. Another sextile support is the sun is supporting Sita and Eris. So you see how there's a lot of support for some chaos, but it's for new beginnings. I'm sensing some of that. All right, we have another trine with the sun right to Saturn and Shiva. So that's a very strong support of reviewing the structures in the air. Aquarius is that fixed air sign. So Saturn's retrograding and just kind of reviewing what have we been doing in the airwaves, what attitudes, what thoughts, what beliefs need to kind of be broken up so that we can create a new zeitgeist, a new mythos, a shared air structure that's a benefit to all beings. So with some powerful energies coming through. Shiva and Saturn are squaring the vertex and the south node. The south node is like, my understanding is that it's the past, it's where we've been, it's our strength. And we're always advised to move towards the north node. So I was drawing this today and I realized, oh my gosh, that means Saturn is squaring the nodes for this full moon event. And as I had that like recognition that, oh my gosh, Saturn's squaring the nodes with Shiva, I was outside and all of these crazy looking birds, they're beautiful. A whole flock of them like came and gathered like 5 feet in front of me at the fountain. I'll have to remember the name of the bird because they were, let's see if I can find it. Okay. The flock of birds was the cedar waxwing bird. They have these like little masks that they wear and like orange and yellow feathers, which I don't know, I kind of see those as like Indian colors. And it was just a really weird, like synchronistic moment of me going, what does it mean that Saturn's squaring the nodes? And all these birds went, and then they hung out with me for like 20 minutes. So I looked up some of the symbolism of what that means. And these birds are about giving and receiving, which we saw that's the path of, most fortunate path is that feeding from the hand and giving and receiving. Because these birds each bird will pick like 1,000 berries in a day. And so they get very thirsty, but they share the berries with their mates. And these birds are like symbolism of blessings for families, community, sharing, and being treated with honor by a partner or a beloved, because the male birds will find the berries and feed the feminine, and then they'll exchange these berries a few times before they decide to mate. So I don't know what that all means, but it's interesting to think about. And it certainly means something about Saturn squaring the nodes. The vertex down here is kind of how the cosmic light is coming through this particular event, and it's more particular for Moorhead. And this vertex has to do with a military band. It's like playing the same old song and marching to the beat and getting everybody in line to this like patriotic song. So that's the past. So we're creating a new song, and we're looking over here to this part of the sky, to that part of Taurus that leads into the Pleiades, where there is a star nursery where new light comes out of the Pleiades. So there's something new coming for us, and that is hopeful. It brought me some hope in the midst of the chart when I first saw Mars with Chiron, and I was a little nervous, but there is new life coming. Let's see. That's it for the reading. On Monday, June 13th at 7 p.m. Central Time, I will hold space for this full moon in Sagittarius. I'll just be offering some reflections, some meditation time, space clearing practice, and a journal reflection. So we can kind of process what's going on. I'll offer some sacred mantras at this time. And I do believe that these full moons and new moons are sacred portals, and that it's time to take these stargates back and really charge them with our presence and our intentions and the sacred honor, and to be open to receive only that which is for our highest good coming through at these portals. So I would love to have you join me, and I'm really going to be focusing on these fires of purification. So I might even do a fire mantra. So look forward to that. And finally, let's see if we can stop the screen sharing. Do that. Okay. And now I'm really sweating now. All right, let's ask and see what the cards have to say about this next full moon in Sagittarius. And I'm just asking for the wisdom of creation, the wisdom of our souls and humanity's path at this time. I'm asking for what everybody who's watching now or later needs to see. What's some advice? And let's do 3 cards, and the first card is going to be the heart of the matter, and the second card is the challenge, and the third card is the solution. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Woo. 1, 2, 3. All right, so first card, the situation of this full moon. We have the 6 of emotions. So yeah, the trine, the 2 trines I saw are with the water signs from Cancer to Pisces. So that is a lot of feminine energy. 6s are reflective and reflecting on the past, reflecting on the inner child, and ways in which we can be more kind to our inner child so that we can be more kind to the children on the earth. That's all connected, and how we value children in the way in which we value ourselves and how we were valued as children. So I'm getting really emotional about that because it's been really hard to witness some of the suffering that's happened with the kids lately. Oh. All right. The challenge. All right, the 10 of emotions. So all of the feelings, right? Like when we're not doing the emotional processing, it's like too much feeling and it can explode. So the challenge is doing that emotional work. And so I just want to say thank you to all of the counselors and the wise people out there who have these skills. We appreciate you. This is surprising that I'm getting so emotional, but all right, the solution. The 2 of emotions. All these water cards, and this is balance, the balance of the emotions. And reminds me of the Juno card of the balance of the masculine and feminine that is at the top of the sky over this event. So the solution is to really do the inner work and not to fear the emotions, but that we all need to learn how to process our emotions. And art is a beautiful way to do that. Music, friends, and great counselors. So please reach out. There are people around with lots of gifts. I can hold space for you too. I would be honored to hold space for you and to listen. I'm a pretty good listener, I think. So I wish you all many blessings, and may the wisdom of the water, which is very much connected to the Divine Mother, may she also lead us and heal us in her wisdom, and heal our country, heal our world, and help us with the challenges that we have at this time. May we all be brought into our full humanity and into a more beautiful world together. Thank you so very much for watching. I wish you many blessings. Take care.